Welcome to the Terminology Leading Practice 2023. My name is Jim Case, and I'm the Chief Terminologist at SNOMED International, and I will be moderating today's sessions. Questions will be answered at the conclusion of the presentation. Online attendees, if you would please use the question and answer button to type in your questions to the presenter. On-site attendees, please use the microphone provided in the room. This particular session will be a video presentation, and I'm now pleased to introduce Paula Rubio Mayo from the Hospital Universitario, who will be presenting using SNOMED CT in an agnostic and multi-purpose way, implementation experience of INFOBANCO. Please go ahead with the video.
Thanks for the introduction. It's a pleasure to be here today. Today I'm going to talk about our experience in implementing SNOMED CT in agnostic and multipurpose approach in INFOBANCO purpose. But first of all, I would like to introduce myself. I'm Master in Biomedical Engineering in Universidad Politécnica de Valencia. And now I'm doing my PhD program in Biomedical Engineering too at Universidad Politécnica de Madrid. At the same time, I'm working as a e-health researcher in Hospital Universitario 12 de Octubre. I'm currently working in ETL algorithm and processes, extraction, transformational load, as well as taking care of the data quality control. About our hospital, Hospital 12 de Octubre belongs to Madrid Regional Health Service, CERMAS, and is a public funding and provision, with a population base around 500 people in the south of Madrid, with 20 primary care centers, 1,300 beds for patients, and 6 mental health centers. Around 6,000 professionals, and we are in the 3rd level regional and national referral in all specialties. We have a teaching program too, and a research institute. We are around 135 research professionals with 9 research areas, 8 labs, and 250 funding projects and 240 clinical trials per year. And now our team, it consists in 2 coordinators on the hospital staff, 8 researchers contracted on project, more than 20 technical collaborators, more than 15 projects, more than 50 scientific articles, and we have different collaborations with national and international reference like Ministry of Health, Instituto de Salud Carlos III, National Supercomputer Center, OpenEHR, SNOMED CT, Odyssey, I2B2, etc. You can see us in the photo. Finally, we are going to delve into the world of electronic health record. EHR serves as a comprehensive and continuous record of health-related information, but its potential extends beyond than patient's care. It has secondary applications such as powering research, clinical research. However, there are substantial limitations in the current use of EHR data. For example, unstructured data. EHR often generate clinical report filled with unstructured data, making meaningful analysis a challenge. 2, semantic embedded. The semantic of health data are tightly embedded in the data model, limiting flexibility and consistency. And the last, limited use of standards. The application of health information standard remains restricted, hindering data consistency and reuse. For that reason, we have to include 5 principles to allow the interoperability and reuse without the loss of meaning. 5 principles tell us about the need of use of the data will be findable, accessible, interoperable, and reusable. About the clinical terminology, enter clinical terminology, which are a set of uniquely identified health concepts, serving as a cornerstone in the aim of guaranteeing the interoperability and the persistence of the data. Internationally recognized resources like SNOMED CT or LOINC lead the way in providing structured healthcare terminologies. These terminologies are incorporated into a clinical archetypes and standardized repositories, both for primary use, like OpenEHR, and secondary use, like Obsidian or I2B2. The key to success lies in using clinical terminology consistently across the board, irrespective of the information systems or data's intended purpose. About the methods, the most important question is, what is INFOBANCO? INFOBANCO was implemented in the Madrid region, Spain, and it provides a regional real-world data ecosystems and combines data from multiple heterogeneous sources. It provides mechanisms for governance, adequacy, interrogation, visualization, and analysis to generate real-world evidence. In this picture, you can see the architecture of the INFOBANCO platform. You can see we have a data lake, relies on 3 server, archetype repository, terminology repository, and ETL repository. The platform consists in archetype basic data have to be transferred with the purpose to guarantee the standard. Data have to be transformed in standard terminologies and data standardized. So we have to implement it OpenEHR, Obsidian, and I2B2 to persistence and exploitation of the data, secondary use, primary use, etc., and implemented ISO 13606 and HL7 Fire and FX to standard interoperability. INFOBANCO manages the different terminologies adopted by information sources through a common terminology server. These systems allow managing, storing, mapping, and consuming the different terminology concepts necessary for the design and implementation of the ETL processes between the different INFOBANCO in standardized repositories. SNOMED CT is used extensively in INFOBANCO due to its adoption by Spanish Ministry of Health, as well as its use in different international data-driven projects. Hence, in the OpenEHR repository, where data from data lake is standardized according to archetypes, SNOMED CT is used in all information domains. Conditions, procedures, prescription, observation, all. Archetype-based data are transformed into a standardized repository for secondary use. For example, on the one hand, Obsidian, what it used in different projects like Eden, Darwin, or Neo, and SNOMED CT covers 3 dimensions: condition, procedure, observation, but no prescription. In the other hand, I2B2, what is used in Trinetics and 4C, SNOMED CT only covers observation domain. In this figure, you can see an example on implementation of SNOMED CT in INFOBANCO. We start in the archetype layer with open EHR. In this case, is an example of problem diagnosis, and this content is mapped to OMOP and I2B2 in her respective tables, condition occurrence and observation facts, and that's all. About the results, the result of this study comprise the SNOMED CT standardized dataset that is persisted in INFOBANCO repositories as of April 30, 2023. In this summary table, you can see the number of record patients and consent by domain, condition, procedure, prescription, observation, because we are with open EHR. And in the next slide, we can see the same summary table, but in this time with condition, procedure, observation, domain, because in OMOP, SNOMED CT is what it's covered. And in I2B2, only the observation domain. Data-driven project based in OMOP DDM. We have been had the possibility, the opportunity to work in different data-driven projects thanks this standardized repository in ONEUR, Eden, Odyssey, and Darwin. ONEUR, hematological outcomes network in Europe, use the real-world data with the aim to generate real-world evidence and increase the knowledge about hematologic malignancies. Regardless, even European Health Data and Evidence Network is the realization of a large-scale clinical data analysis in Europe using bioinformatics tools and standard basis on the international Odyssey and OMOP common data. Regardless, Odyssey, the observational health data science and informatics, it has allowed us to participate in the Odyssey International Network and to be part of the Spanish node. Last, Darwin EU Data Analysis and Real-World Interaction Network is an initiative to promote better exchange and access to different types of health data, and we have applied to be part of. About data-driven project based on I2B2, we have Trinetics, a global clinical research platform that gathers and analyzes real-world health data to support clinical and observational studies, and Foresee, International Consortium for Electronic Health Record, data-driven studies of the COVID-19 pandemic. This is a large list of successes achieved in real-world data with INFOBANCO. First of all, national reference of SNOMED CT implementation for Spanish Health Ministry. First implementation of Open EHR in the Sistema Nacional de Salud. First combination of APAH data in a standard format with the capacity to interoperate and federate internationally. First mapping of EHR variables to Open EHR and to OMOD via CDISC, etc., etc., etc. In conclusion, our work has demonstrated the effective and multipurpose utilization of SNOMED CT within the INFOBANCO platform of the Madrid region. This strategy has allowed us to accurately represent the meaning of persistent data across standardized repositories, aligned seamlessly with INFOBANCO design requirements. Moreover, this approach has facilitated the comprehensive coverage of all information domains with the OpenEHR repository, encompassing observations, diagnosis, procedure, prescriptions. Furthermore, it has enabled seamless mapping to meet the requirements of other essential terminologies used by MOPCDM or I2E2. As we move forward, our next steps will involve thorough evaluation of data quality across various dimensions, focusing on assessing the completeness of the data analysis in this initial study. To sum up our own thought, embracing standardized clinical terminologies is a pivotal step towards unlocking the full potential of electronic health record, driving better healthcare, and advancing medical research. Thank you very much for paying me attention, and stay tuned for the exciting development in our ongoing research. If you have any question, I will be happy to answer them.
So we thank Paula for her presentation. Unfortunately, she is not online. So if anybody in the audience has questions, we encourage you to contact her directly.